The man, the myth, Tifu! I want my vest back, by the way. Guys, standing next to me, I mean, you guys know him. He needs no introduction. He's pretty decent at the game of Fortnite. He's like fine, I guess. I don't know, 1v1 man creative. We'll see what happens, right? But knowing that you're as good as you are, right, and your skills, your gifts, your game sense, your speed, your dexterity, your precision, all of these things that I'm sure a lot of people are very fearful of, there are a lot of incredibly young, gifted talents that are up here on the stage right now from all over the world. How do you prepare for all of these different game styles?
Basically, how I prepare is just stream to all of my beautiful viewers, and you know, they stream snipe me, and I get rushed by like 30 people every game, so if I can handle that, then I can handle anything, right?
I have seen it happen.
Ragazzi, scusatemi tantissimo, ma è crashata la live. Mi dispiace tantissimo. Mi scuso con tutti voi. Mi scuso con tutti voi di questo imprevisto, ma purtroppo è crashata la live. Adesso, proprio adesso. Visto che l'evento di Marshmallow adesso è andato un po', è finito, voglio fare un'altra cosa, cioè vedete, qua non c'è proprio. Per vedere quanto inizia, tra quanto inizia. Termina tra 24 ore, raga. Gli altri YouTuber, lo so che sto dicendo, gli altri YouTuber stanno guardando. Beh, avete ragione. Ma purtroppo io sono su Fortnite, devo caricare per forza un gioco, perché sennò, come avete visto, crasha la live. Crasha la live. Loro sono andati su YouTube. Allora loro sono su YouTube, quindi loro possono, su computer possono registrare tutto quello che vogliono. Tranne io su PlayStation devo registrare per forza un game, quindi mi dispiace, ma è crashato. Adesso la vediamo in quella cosa piccolina. Va bene, vediamo, va bene.
Every single elimination is an additional point. Those are going to add up, and we're going to see exactly how things play out over 6 games. Yep. Those 6 games, we add those scores up. Jack, what's the take home? I know, just read it out. Ladies and gentlemen, first
a commentare sono Dortolupo, i due amici di Ninja, Dortolupo e l'altro. Spero che non mi succeda mai più.
And guess what? Just because they made it here today, everyone on the stage will win $50,000 for their efforts across the last few months of competition. But I can tell you the prize money is sweet.
Bella sta coppa.
It's great going up against the best in the world, but that right there, the coveted trophy on your screen and the title of Fortnite World Champion, the first ever solo World Champion, is what's on all these players' mind.
You have to remember too, over the course of the 10 weeks of qualifiers, we had 40 million.
Strano però che questi due non... uno non mi ricordo come si chiama, però Dortolupo, quello che sta parlando. È strano che non stanno partecipando, non hanno partecipato al torneo.
And I'm going to say this is mine just from watching him play over the last few days. Duos didn't go exactly how he wanted things to go, but I'm looking forward to seeing Benji Fishy rise above and just put on a good show for everybody. He's an excellent player. One of the best mechanically we've ever seen. His awareness is insane. What about you? Who do you have, Jack?
There's so many talented players. You know, we've been comparing drop spots. We've been comparing how they performed yesterday. We talked about LAN experience and how much the nerves can get to them. Markram is someone that showed up yesterday on stage, performed quite well, placing in the top 5. I think that today, with where he's dropped at, who he's going to be going up against, he could put on a good show.
Cosa? Però Ciccio Gamer poteva partecipare, giusto, per portare l'Italia. Sì, Ciccio Gamer poteva partecipare, tranne che ha detto sì, sono forte, ma l'arena è una grandissima scemenza.
My picks to win solos has got to be this guy.
Better.
I feel like Young Calculator or Clicks is gonna win.
I want to see Benji Fish take the damn solos.
Tifu's gonna win. Tifu's gonna win.
It's gonna be between Clicks and Tifu, so it's gonna be Clicks though.
Probably Bizzle, because he has the most experience.
I think Bizzle has a good chance.
En solo, je dirais notre Bouga, je pense.
Tifu's gonna win.
Fact Fox.
Je pense que la solo, c'est Benji Fishy qui va gagner.
Bizzle is just most consistent player, and he's at the top right now, so I'd say Bizzle.
I'd probably say Bizzle too, because he has a lot of LAN experience and all that.
My prediction for the solo World Cup champion is Duck.
Sì, poteva farlo. Poteva farlo per me, perché è anche molto forte. Nessuno mi sembra che voleva Mongral vincitore. Dico io, Mongral vincerà. Voglio che Mongral vince. Voglio che Mongral vince. Boh, vi devo stonare. Io ho stonato le orecchie. Head to Fortnite.com/watch and choose from this channel a dedicated map channel and 10 rotating options. Sì, non vince Tifu, vince Mongral.
Who will be brought on up if you want. Feed 3 features Tifu, a player spotlight. If you're repping the Oceanic region and you want to see the
Cioè l'Italia non c'è proprio.
You want to see twins play, there you go. You've got your dedicated feed as well. An awesome thing to see for the future of competitive.
La bestia a stelle e strisce. In che senso?
Ladies and gentlemen,
no, non l'ho capito. La bestia a stelle e strisce.
Competition is about to begin. If you are here at Arthur Ashe Stadium, I need you to get as loud as you possibly can.
Quel trofeo qualcuno lo vincerà.
Best players in the entire world are about to face off for $15 million. Jack, guess what? 100 players. The battle bus is loaded. 6, 5, 4, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Ah, ok, adesso ho capito. Ragazzi, per l'ultima volta tolgo un attimo perché mi sembra che adesso posso andarla a vedere nella lobby. Mi dispiace, raga, quando si fanno queste cose con eventi del genere è molto difficile capire, perché non sapere come se la gestiscono anche le Epic Games. No. No, raga, dobbiamo vedere. No, raga, dobbiamo vedere per forza là, mi dispiace. Mi dispiace tantissimo. Vabbè, vi narro un po' come sta la situazione. Ti stavo facendo vedere TFU. Beh sì, è meglio che ci vediamo solo lo spettacolo, che sennò... Ok, TFU e Cliponode stanno al quartiere. Uno già è morto. Sì, è meglio. Sì, in quell'evento deve essere impeccabile. Se c'è.
Area of the map so much. It's the little things that make the biggest differences. Class right now looting and no one has any clue where he is.
Lucky in the long barn, grabbing. There's 2 chests spawn here, plus any of the floor loot possible along the way on little side stalls. So quite a bit of wood to farm up. He's got a couple little forests. He's got the fork knife quarry there, plus the ship up top. He could take that slip all the way to the top. He's got an opportunity to travel basically uncontested early game unless somebody maybe gets a couple shots from a distance. Meanwhile, up here at Mega Mall, Pika and Keenstar hanging out inside the shops. Quite a few chests, a lot of verticality inside. Tends to lead to audio-based fights. Try and figure out.
Bro, fai la telecronaca se riesci. In verità la cosa bella è che vorrei capire cosa stanno dicendo quelli della telecronaca. Però è un po' complicato. Ad approdo. Due puzzolenti. C'è il fight tra Snazy. Nel frattempo 94 persone in vita su 100. Ed è questo è solo il primo match di 6.
Snazy right now with the top down on his opponent. It looked like he's trying to use the stinks and that proximity grenade launcher just to try and find even one hit.
Nel frattempo vediamo anche che butta altre. Iniziano a fightare, uno si copre, si boxa. No, ma che non la faccio, dai, vi prego. In che senso combo, come funziona? Di che cosa? Riguardante a che cosa?
Some point he's going to have to opt to either push this or rotate away, and now might be the time to rotate away unless Bug is going to push from behind. We'll see.
Il torneo neanche io vorrei saperlo anche io come funziona. Pensa, mi sembra che adesso fanno questi, non lo so, non ho più pallida idea. Sono 6 match, 6 partite. Sono 6 partite e alla fine lo so come si decreta il vincitore.
So if you want to make sure you stay a little bit more hidden in your games at home, only break trees down to 50 total health left and leave them.
Chi vince si qualifica, però non credo che non credo che mo fanno questi 6 match e l'ultima partita, la settima partita, cioè proprio l'ultima della finale, sono fatte con 6 persone, però boh, tutto può essere. Forse dal podio 3 persone.
Push a little bit on Nate right there. Pleasant Park still inside the safe zone, so moving away from this doesn't have to happen just yet. We'll see. Nate takes an opportunity, rotates all the way across to that treehouse building in the southwest corner. Meanwhile,
però sembra un match di 18. Boh, infatti stavo pensando proprio a questo, ho detto, ma quindi quelli da Xbox non potevano, quelli da PlayStation, pensate quelli da mobile non potevano andare, neanche quelli da mobile, quelli da da PlayStation, Xbox, non poteva andare, sono tutti quanti con i computer.
Wiki in a 1v1. King on the defensive at this point. He might have the high ground.
Mamma mia!
The shotgun shot in right.
Mamma mia, King cosa fa? Ah!
And you see King a little bit of a smirk right there yesterday when we had a little bit of a, maybe I guess you could say trash talk in the game. It was
bella kill che ha fatto. Per il fatto che si mette anche a ridere è bellissimo. Intanto a Pinnaculus nel frattempo vorrei vedere TFU cosa sta facendo. Mamma mia! Che kill! Oh mio Dio! Oh my gosh! Really? It's possible. Oh mio Dio. Oh! Questo comunque la kill di quello lì è stato formidabile.
But because he had no pyramid inside his box, the opponent placed a ramp and then edited past the ramp for extra cover. It's one of the fastest but most effective ways to take out an opponent when they're inside their 1x1. Left Eye did just get an elimination, does use that shockwave to get away from E-Rouse, but solid start as well, and I believe I did just see a fan favorite in Vivid in the elimination feed picking up his first elim.
Storm starting to move. We have 56 seconds, my apologies, before the next circle closes, and it is a big crunch to the center of the map. You might not be able to see in the bottom right there, but folks, it is just northeast centered from Neo tilted. Everyone is going to push together into the city. Let's see here. Dubs. Trying to push from the outside of Flint, knock from his opponent to rotate away, and Dubs does not want to let them go. 46 back.
No!
Find a bead on Evil Mare.
Morto. E Dubs morto. Nel frattempo abbiamo 85 persone vive.
Got the 50 back for the elimination, so when you calculate it, really only had about 30 health left, so Dubs so close, not able to connect with that.
Pensate un po', siamo ad 85 persone vive. Un solo? Siamo ad 85 persone vive e di solito nella partita normale neanche il tempo di questo fatto che neanche il tempo che parte la prima SIF già sicuro 70-60 persone, qua già sono ancora 85 persone.
People are going to start to take 25 damage every tick. That's every 5 seconds, unless they are over the threshold for the amount of damage done in the lobby. It's a way to encourage players to get engaged in fights without having to force anybody. You can't really just sit still the entire time. You've got to get engaged, get involved with what's going on.
And it ends when we go below that threshold. To bring up this first threshold, you have to drop below 70 players. So Storm Surge will remain in play right now until 69 players is reached. You see Booga with an elimination, Blaster with one as well.
È vero. Booga ha detto sono tutti pro. Allora la tempesta fa il solletico. Però può fare anche male. Perché pensa Matteo che che pompata. Però pensa a te che non sia mai che essendo nella terza, quarta safe là veramente fa in quel momento non fa il solletico, ma brucia.
not the favorite for a spray weapon.
Bello sto fatto, il fa pure io.
Look at how dead center this zone is in the bottom right of your screen. Mr. Savage did just get an elimination down on him often. Mr. Savage still alive in this one, looking to bounce back from yesterday. I know Mr. Savage wasn't too happy with the final performance. Kurtz still, we saw the player piece on him from Brazil, trying to rep for his family. Class elimination there as well onto Twins. And Storm Surge is now active for the players still above. So people will begin taking damage, and that's a solid chunk with that common tactical shotgun. But another player begins to throw their name into the hat. Doc Uvo Kurtz, no more shield left, will back up for the moment.
Bello come dico, questo fa proprio paura dell'editare.
Maybe a third of the field is still outside of the next safe zone. You're going to see a lot of players pushing to Loot Lake. And you have to realize, if you're watching at home, if you're here at Arthur Ashe Stadium, competitive Fortnite is very much about late game strategy and positioning. 74 players right now remaining does not surprise us in the slightest, to be honest, especially with how much money is on the line. Harrians goes down. Start picking up that one, but not enough damage dealt. You see the Storm Surge. 2 more players need to get eliminated.
I think he just got up now as players began to drop. So Wakey went down to the Storm. Skype with elimination onto Astonish. We are away from the end of Storm Surge, and there it is as we just hit the threshold. So
cosa Brobbio? Chi è Brobbio? Non ci ho fatto caso.
The next one will come into play in a couple more zones as Keenstar right now, the double qualified player from France, currently set on up against Envy's Bucky as they are within a couple boxes of each other.
See where things move through here. Just want to hold these edits and look out.
Perché non riusciva a fare un buco nel muro, Brobbio si chiama.
Waiting to see other players that may be around him rotating away, and that's exactly the play. Bucky, by the way, a player that we've seen competitive qualifiers. He actually spent some time talking to Hogman a lot to refine his gameplay and his drop.
Okay.
Improvement since then. Big shout out to Hogman for helping Bucky out with that one. All the way here to the World Cup solo finals.
Will he use one of the campfires in the inventory for 25 extra health?
It depends on the play. If he's looking towards late game, he's going to try and hold on to those for a heal off potentially when that final zone starts to close. We'll have to see. A quick reminder, by the way, on the right side of your screen, a victory royale.
Ok, in chat #Brobbio.
Those are big. Top 5 is 7 points. Top 15 is 5. Top 25 is 3 points, and every single elimination for these players is an additional point. The focus of the current map right now, a lot of players out here on the hill. Northeast side of Neo Tilted, actually a pretty good spot. You have multiple slips nearby while those are still on. You have to remember those do turn off. Sky picking shots. I believe that's on DRG just to the south. No pressure applied there. He's trying to sneak any shot he can through. Actually, it's challenged. Surprises me. Doesn't go for the build there to protect and get a better spot.
Wow, that's solid damage though.
Just go for it.
Solid damage, and look what's also on the ground right there. The legendary infantry rifle. Still can swap to that when needed. Right now, choosing to go with the spray weapons. This is a player that's close. We have a replay coming on in soon of Mega from FaZe, who played yesterday in the duos competition with Dubs. Dubs already dropped this game. We'll see how Mega plays this one. Gets to the opponent's box. 2 clean shots. And there it comes through, and near max materials, Slurp Juice as well as Chunk Splashes will be sitting pretty with the inventory right there. The next zone did just pop on up, moving to kind of the eastern side of the current zone. And what we're seeing right now from Skite is Skite recognizes he's got extra materials back, so he's going to run back, build out a little bit, grab the excess materials, and continue to tunnel with these mats. He's also juggling items over as well to still have the ability to use these whenever he would like to wish to in these next zones.
Ti fissami in questa partita, non so se è morto.
Fire to the far side, Bizzle there still on your screen. Commandment, Epic Whale. There's an arrow still boxed up in metal just outside the zone, and Stompy, who was one of the more dominant European players in the online qualifier, still in this one, but Zate was in the lead with Saf yesterday, 5 of the 6 games, but in the end not able to close it out. You see, just continuing to spread.
Suppongo sia morto perché non lo vedo.
So we're about a minute away before it activates. Bizzle with elimination though, down on the Stacey.
this point too. You have a lot of players. Crunch is going to start to happen. Player count starting to dwindle. The loadout here in Zayd's inventory, a single shadow bomb going to be used for rotation if he has to. Not quite yet though, he's already in the next safe zone. That heavy sniper rifle we just saw moments ago, and he'll probably go for it again. He's going to knock out a wall and immediately swap to that legendary AR to try and take shots while the wall is gone, while the player may not be paying attention.
E quindi Tifu già è morto.
Swap a 69 shield pack, solid crit through the wall. They do box up, but it looks like at that moment he saw the box was being pressured from another player and decided to go for it.
No.
Here we go.
Perché? No, sempre quella cosa, la invertita in peste, quella là.
Sure, we've seen solo players try to use it to their advantage by themselves, but it just is not the same effect. Lolboom, bottom right of your screen, Zayd, top left of your screen, both with 2 eliminations so far, and here comes Storm Surge for players pushing on in. Not a threat for Lolboom as he's 409 above, but Karhu did just go down to that Storm Surge, so an unfortunate game number 1 there, and some free shot.
Okay.
Pick up Dr. Lupo will be extremely useful in these rotating zones, and oh man, Lolboom is eating the stink bomb. 50 damage, Dr. Lupo. Terrible, terrible spot to be in for Lolboom.
Lolboom, a solo Irishman, qualified for the world.
Quanto li odio i puzzolenti. Perché la cosa bella è che là nelle puzzolenti sembra la tempesta, ti toglie 5. Però sembra la tempesta, non ti dà un attimo di pace. Lo scudo non serve contro le cose, è pure 100% di scudo. Per i puzzolenti non scappi anche se è 100 di scudo. Bizzi!
Still making plays happen. A lot of people have him high up on the leaders, and here it is again. Yarkos with the elimination from earlier on, down onto Aqua, who obviously was our Fortnite World Champion yesterday in duos. Rough start in game number 1. Bizzle, one of the
sì, guarda quanta gente sta nella safe.
of all time, Dr. Lupo. When you say a veteran in Fortnite competitive, Bizzle is at the top of that list, but here's Yarkos again. Now on the high ground after that first elimination, down onto Aqua, looking for more right now as he's got ultimate high.
This is one of the best spots in the game right now. We'll have to see where the map is going to rotate in northwest, so he's going to have to make a move soon. A very hefty weapon loadout. Not a whole ton of rotation. Does have the 2 launch pads, does have the redeploy, but those are going to leave you exposed up in the air.
King nel frattempo che ha 4 kill sta giù.
Oh, yeah. And that count is going to go down, down, down. Zayd eliminated by Left Eye. Colorful taking another one out as well. King, 4 eliminations. You have to remember, placement points don't kick in until top 25.
Se fossi King
only has those 4. But those are 4 very, very big points.
Avrei molta paura.
Starting to pressure players. You're going to see a lot of launch pads and redeploys coming to play, and those community movement mechanics like launch pads placed on the ground would be tough. A player actually just flew right through King's box.
That could have been bad, Dr. Lupo. That could have been real bad.
Maybe a trap play from either player. We'll have to see here. Benji fishing the feed, taking another elimination. Top 35 now, Jack, as we're coming 30 seconds away from the next circle.
And Mr. Savage trying to contest Rux for height as they both continue to build on up. Mr. Savage goes for the shot. Rux gives it up for the moment. So game 1 right now, the height goes to Mr. Savage, but there's still a ton of time left.
Tifu non c'è, ragazzi, mi sembra che è morto.
Fluttermoy's weak. Tuesday week as well. Mr. Savage has shot down Rux for the moment. He still continues to keep height. Yarkos, though, looking to challenge right now. 27 players left. Placement points about to come into play.
Yarkos takes the ultimate high in the backside there. Riverside from Team Liquid flying across front. Multiple players. Ultimate low ground warriors down there, both in and out of ballers. Class looks like he might
beh sì, stavolta sì. Qua neanche punge, brucia. Madò. King ha 7 kill. Ah, è morto King, King è morto, no. È morto dall'Epic Whale. Mi dispiace, lo sai, perché aveva 7 kill e mi ha fatto bello. Oddio. Oh!
Booga showing why he's one of the most active.
Top 15.
Top 15. Meg with an Elam. Your feet in the top left. One of the most important things to watch. If you're looking for players.
Si capisce nulla, non si capisce nulla.
Gonna have to wait and bait players out. Movement now. Here it is. The shadow bomb for rotation. He's still got 2 more in his inventory, which this late in the game is huge. He does have 3 shockwave grenades as well, in case height needs to be taken, or even a long-range rotation. 8 players remaining. Jack Yarkos, 4 eliminations. Everyone in here getting those placement points. Beam from above and goes down. No builds. Gonna be tough there. Saw him picking up that Elam. Booga though, 5 right now moving forward.
But not only that, 2 shadow bombs left, still with shockwave grenades too. The number 1 point.
7 persone sono rimaste.
When do you use the shockwave to go for height? It's Sam currently on height. Booga sees that. That was him taking a look for exactly where the player is. I think it's time, Dr. Lupo. No shadow bomb will be used. Okay, so not quite doing it yet.
Looking for a high ground.
Yeah, I was looking to see.
He's saving those. Don't you worry. I guarantee before too long, a player like this is going to make plays. Sitting the edge of the storm, the box up. He's going for edit shots.
Oh!
Outside. Booga picking up his 6th elimination. Creo, Rux, Booga all on the low ground. Bella EU.
8 kill.
It's still Sam up top.
Still got it. Same floor as Creo. 1v1 up top. 1v1 on the bottom. Stuck in the box. Big hits. Back to
Oh!
picking up another elimination.
Ma è fortissimo questo. C'ha 7 kill. Oh! 8! Oddio. Oh mio Dio. 1 contro 1. 1 contro 1. E adesso tifo per questo. È fortissimo. Booga. Oh, 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 oh. No, mamma mia! Vittoria schiacciante.
The crowd on their feet. Booga, calm, cool, and collected, wipes out 5 of the last top 6 players for the Victory Royale. What a swing of points right there, Dr. Lupo.
GG.
You get the win. You get max placement points. 9 elims too, folks. That is a statement game number 1.
No, mi sembra che loro non sentono la telecronaca.
The shockwave up. Creo tried to prepare.
No, non sentono la telecronaca, devono essere concentrati.
With that much of a health advantage, Creo stands no shot. What a brilliant ending. Talk about a great late game. Solos absolutely living up to the hype of the duo competition yesterday.
Imagine being in the World Cup Finals, and instead of opting for a safe, stay down the bottom, wait, bait your shots, you throw a shockwave down and you ascend to the high ground, take over, and get the Victory Royale.
Much deserved Game 1 victory right there. The number 1 thing I noticed from Booga, in the shadow bombs, so many people worry so much about popping out of the shadow and immediately boxing and protecting themselves. Instead, Booga winds up pushing forward, looking for where his next victim could be, and then pops out of the shadow and eliminates the player. It happened 3 times right there, and it was big reasons why he was able to push on through. Booga, an incredible performance. What is that, 19?
Pensa, ho io l'ansia per loro, cioè ho ansia.
Actually, we're going to take a look exactly to see where that falls.
Sì, pure per King, però King è arrivato secondo. Però Booga, mamma mia.
We saw that earlier. Sadly goes down a little bit before those top couple placements. Psalm, Rux, Yarkos, ton of.
Però pure per me, anche a me dispiace. Dispiace per King.
And you look at the leaderboard right now, a big talk of yesterday, EU versus NA. EU, why so quiet earlier in the day? NA, why so quiet at the end of the day?
Booga.
Of the 10 top players
Booga
from the US. Here's your 11th through 20th place right now. Benji Fishy on there, Evil Mare on there as well. But a fantastic start to today, and I'm loving the energy from this.
Quelli i 20. No.
They saw how good the competition was yesterday, and I know everyone was so excited to kick it off today with millions watching online. They saw Booga take game number 1. He's down on the floor with Jordan Fisher.
Booga! Huge first game for the NA player. That's what you want to see. You want a health advantage at the end. 9 elims to cap off an incredible first game.
Jordan Fisher.
Going into the final moments of in-game, right? At 1v1 there at the end, you've got health advantage. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm pretty much low ground. I have like 200 mads, and I realized that I could probably make a play with the impulse, just go for right and just like get a big pump on him.
Amazing. Well, we saw that happen in real time. An amazing clutch for an end of a first game.
Americano della USA.
That is exactly what you want to see, is it not?
I mean, I don't think you can really ask.
Non so precisamente se della di Nelson Ovest.
Solo players in the North American region, and he shows it right there in game 1, and already a 9-point lead. Solid stuff.
What an incredible game out of the gate already. Number 1 down. We have 5 left to go. We want to take a look and see exactly how some of those pieces played out, how everything worked, and maybe a little bit of a deep dive into how some
sono più americani che sono più americani che altri, vorrei dire.
Thank you so much, Lupo and Courage. And while Bugha was able to dominate the rest of the lobby, I want to take a look at one of the other most marquee and aggressive players we saw. He had the entire lobby saying, Toda salve al rey de Argentina. It is king of 9Z with an incredible 70 elimination run in 20th place. Let's take a look at some of this gameplay. So right away, you'll notice, what is he doing? He's patented going forward, wall replace.
Mongral, che sarebbe Mongral. Ah no, adesso parte un nuovo round, adesso ho capito. Quindi mo parte un nuovo round.
Throwing him a little love, saying, I don't care who you are. Now he's sitting on the 4 elims. He's in the box fight, and he's constantly looking to pick up new targets. Replaces the wall from the side, turns around, and picks up a great elimination there onto Bucky in the rotation. But now watch on the squeeze on. 5 elims right now. Cones himself off. Look at this. The player challenges him. He's not building. He's going at him. He says, if you want to fight me, I shoot first. I am the king. Was able to go, but unfortunately gets caught there in the rotation, but still a brilliant performance from the young Argentinian. He's looking to challenge, he's looking to frag out with the best of the best, putting himself currently sitting in the number 2 spot. He has played so absurdly well in that first game. This is what it's all about. If you can bring your aggression, what you do in the qualifiers, and take it to this stage, and you don't have nerves. If you're like Bugha and say, I'm gonna go. If you're like King and say, you wanna edit, I'll shoot first. I'll take the 50 health on Elim there, and I will take the point in staying in the match. You can wait and watch me dominate. Let's get into match 2, because that first match was insane. Courage and Lupo, take it away, guys.
Sundown, thank you so much. Appreciate the quick analysis of everything that happened in the middle of that game. A lot of action here at the Fortnite World Cup solo competition. This is the last day for the entire event as well. I hope everyone has enjoyed Marshmallow's concert. We have tons of people here in the crowd. Yeah. Absolutely, it's just been ridiculous. So much fun.
My Italian family was out there, 25 people deep. They've got a full deli layout. Unfortunately, my aunt
pensate, potrei anche continuare a parlare, però sto zitto anche perché sentire due voci, una che parla americano, una che parla italiano, cioè una si vuole concentrare, vede la live perché si vuole concentrare su questo, no? Su me che continua a parlare. Ecco qua, già è iniziata una nuova. Mongral.
The players are ready. Ladies and gentlemen in the venue, are you ready?
Secondo round, ragazzi.
Of the solos competition here at the Fortnite World Cup Finals starts right now.
After last game, I have a feeling you're going to see maybe potentially more contested drops and players vying for those points, seeing exactly what can be done now. Bugha bringing home 9 eliminations in that first game.
Credo che TFU prima non ha giocato. Sì, prima ha giocato, stava al quartiere. Perché quando ho interrotto un attimo stava al quartiere.
By the way, a quick note, we can see the minimap, but I think Tfue, yeah, there it is.
There it is.
I'm pretty sure Tfue has the block all by himself. Again, Clipnote didn't want to challenge it this time.
No one nearby at all, and also on that map.
Però boh, perché non credo che sia morto subitissimo Mongra.
Also, Bizzle, who basically lands in Dusty Divot uncontested, I believe already got a llama in this one. So some great movement will be up there for them. Here again, the stats for last match. First place, the Victory Royale, 19 total points because of those 9 limbs. Sitting pretty, 5 games away from $3 million.
I have to say, I feel like after one game, seeing an average placement stat of first, that's something I would screenshot just to hold on to. Yeah,
Best player in the world.
I averaged first through all the games that have been played.
Here is Aqua versus Twins Aqua, as we can't stress enough, our Fortnite World Champion from yesterday in duos. Only with a common SMG is Twins, and Pumps being missed left and right from Aqua. And I'm going to tell you right now, Aqua's going to be upset with himself on that one, Dr. Lupo. That was a sloppy fight from both sides. I'm going to say it right now. Those early game fights can be very, very awkward, but we also have the first elimination what we saw earlier. And it was Bizzle with the common pistol and then says, here's your reward. A llama that was looking at a nice view from the top of Dusty Divot.
Kovacs out of his mind. By the way, a quick note here. Twins had 46 elims in his qualifying matches. That's so many eliminations to get to this point.
Yeah.
Over 10 games, that's huge.
And most players didn't even get to play the full 10, so you got to think Twins did pop off in his region.
Fammi vedere Mongrel.
Shadow bombs already has a flintlock.
Vedere Mongrel, voglio vedere Mongrel.
Game loadout. Pick up maybe one more movement ability, depending on whether or not he wants to keep the flintlock in his inventory. We'll have to see. Still slurp at some point. MQ and Mr. Savage not far from each other. Takamura, Clarity G also in.
Mr. Savage e Mo ci sta.
A lot of these players know exactly where the chests are. They know exactly how to get there as fast as they can. And there are so many materials down here. This also is one of the highest chest spawn counts in the entire game. This POI is insane.
Yeah, I believe 29 possible chests or something along those lines. But as MQ says, you know what? Let me roll away for right now. Give that to Mr. Savage. Over to Snobby Shores. It's Hornet putting the spray down with that heavy assault rifle. Only 19 so we'll have to use them wisely here. 8 players have dropped so far in the zone.
Matteo,
Western side zone on this one.
parlo con te.
Already some good
Se lo dico. Visto che il match è iniziato adesso, ti posso chiedere solo una cosa? Posso vedere se si può ingrandire lo schermo? Scrivimi sì o no in chat.
Rotate on through as the first storm will close.
Going plenty of time to make decisions. Force engagement there. The tree disappears and that drum shotgun.
È morto, questo è mortissimo.
Gonna push inside the box. Can't quite get the wall if the trap was placed. No luck there. Doesn't have one in the
Ok. Fede se questo muore.
Not having to chew through too many rounds.
Vabbè.
Drum shotgun. So much damage dealt.
Credo che almeno si può fare qualcosa. No, non l'hanno messa proprio. Boh. Boh, non ho idea.
building. Audio cues trying to listen for each other. Takamura, you see, not
Tfue sta giocando. Ok, ok.
wall replacing to build up a little bit of a material buffer in case fighting does happen here. I think Mr. Savage is going to rotate out.
Eccola qua, Tfue.
Just in front. It's like a fight he's potentially looking to take. Not sure exactly what the health is of the opponent just ahead, but you got to think, okay, so there is a health advantage. Maybe Tfue did a bit of damage as Kluja will begin to heal on up, so it does look like Tfue damage.
Tifo Mongral, vai Mongral.
For a moment, they are very, very soon going to have to move towards his zone.
If you're watching online and you get an opportunity here,
Vai Mongral, forza Mongral, vai.
Be very accurate. We've seen it before, and we'll see him again with that infantry rifle. One of the best in the game.
That was kind of greedy from Tfue. He has a ton of materials. I think he didn't expect his opponent to challenge and go for a shot, but because he tries to save a couple walls of wood, has to pop one of those big shields, and Kluja says, you know what? I'm out of here, and the zone's already there, so Tfue has a long trek ahead of him. Might have to decide if he's going to use a launch pad here. Probably not, as he does have the slipstreams down below, but still will take some damage from this storm.
If there is a rift spawn up at the burger, he can take the zip across, jump off midway through, and go down and grab it. We'll see.
Booga eliminated to start off this game in 90th place. So our game one winner out early on, which means that that 9-point lead will surely be cut down as this one goes on. Quick thing I want to remind everyone of, yesterday we were nearing the #1 trend in the world on Twitter. I'm going to challenge all of you right now. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup across everywhere. Send in how you're watching today.
Tfue si arrampica sugli specchi perché non riesce a tornare in safe.
Hashtag Fortnite World Cup everywhere from the millions of you all tuning on in. Can't stress that enough. Let everyone know that the largest event, one of the largest events of all time, concludes today with a $30 million prize pot in total throughout the weekend.
Vincerà holding an edit here. Stuck in a little stalemate. He's going to hold that side, look for the shot. Can't quite find it. Player back.
Bello.
Not fast enough.
Mr. Savage goes down to Mega.
Big names eliminated early in this game 2 with World Cup solos. Vincerà holding this edit yet again, just trying to wait and watch to see if he's going to spot this player and make a move. This might be an opportunity to make a play here. Twins kind of baiting the ultimate high ground here. Quick little resets, going to go for a wall replace. Does get it. Pressure applied, going to jump up. He built the ramp preemptively to defend against any shots. Here it is, a shot from the side does make contact. Twins down to 90 total HP. Big hit there with the shot. He can try and rotate up on the outside, getting pressured against the edge of the storm, and a build-off is kind of the only answer at this point. Quick.
Oh!
Quite fine that the player inside ahead of him has the lead. Another big hit, 14 HP left for Twins. A build fight is all he's got left. He could shadow and try and get away, but if the player inside is smart enough, Keemstar knows exactly where to shoot.
In che senso? Su YouTube. Oddio. Sul canale ufficiale di YouTube non si può vedere la finale.
Spoke to production, we'll bring that back in for you all to see just
So fare una scala, però è strano.
Zone number 2 will be for everyone on this map.
Actually, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, because they have a long, long run ahead. Look at that.
All
a third of the zone
outside.
Off the map.
Not only are you forced all the way to the bottom of the map, you've got nothing on the south end of the safe zone. The players going to get compressed together. I would expect going into circle 3 or 4, you're going to see a very low player count.
In che senso, Matteo, non si può vedere la finale da Fortnite? Cioè a schermo intero proprio sul canale di Fortnite non si può vedere.
Multiple players bunkering up here at Happy Hamlet. Not a whole lot of real estate left. Shots going out there. You heard that minigun, one of the very good
okay.
pressure to structures, especially when you see other players are taking shots at the same target. Another fight in the top left of your screen there. Replay between Niddle, opponent inside the box.
Per poco. È morto. Oh! Oddio. Oddio! Non sapevo! Pensavo che fosse morto. Pensavo fosse morto. Ma non sapevo. Uccidesse il tizio. Fila forte, oh my god!
Use your last healing item in the big shield for only 21, or do you hope maybe 179 health is enough for the next fight? It's a double-edged sword, a tough decision to make. Storm Surge still active. 4 more players need to go down before it ends.
Trying to get the wall there, can't quite find it. Quick edit up and out. Gonna make the rotation away. Waiting. This is just an opportunity. He's basically trying to bait to see if the player inside is gonna head out. Shockwave, Lecce hits the tree. It might cost him. Pressure being applied now. The 1v1 not over quite yet. Combat shotgun from above right here will be very effective.
Ragazzi, se non vi scontrate sempre morirete per la safe, quindi per la tempesta. Ma questo è pazzo?
Player's gonna have to go for it very soon. Here we go. Another shockwave to push away. Storm Surge is active. He's way above, and those bandages are going to be key to survival. We'll see. I guess the swap in position. But she took the high ground temporarily here.
They're at a point now where they basically just one of them needs to get in a fight. One of them needs to win this fight if they want to survive for the 50 extra health. Lecce slowly taking this damage. 2 ticks every second, and it's going quick. Dr. Lupo now down to just 12 HP. This could be done here momentarily. Just shot.
Oh!
Moffin wins it with the quick shotgun to the dome, and you see, using 4 bandages, the 50 health puts him back up to 100. It should be enough to move on in. Storm Surge now over as well, and the next zone just popped up, and it's even more Southwest. Tfue still alive in this game. So far, 0 eliminations, still though with this magnificent inventory for the late game.
I just want to say that the bait outside in the storm, forcing your opponent to take damage knowing that they're not healing through their own HP, basically a way of weakening them, and then you choose the time to engage, means you don't even have to be as accurate as before. That shotgun, Tfue taking a couple shots, and that player on rotation with the Shadow Bomb, a little more difficult to see them since they're basically invisible. They are a shadow.
Yeah.
Is that why they call it a Shadow Bomb?
Not entirely sure yet, as I'm still figuring out.
Se il rumore del Barret è uguale ad un tuono.
He's going to use Launchpad. He's going to try to use whatever his opponent places down right here.
Applied. Attempt to try and bait. Doesn't put down that launch pad. Here we go. Thought for a second he might go for the zip. Chooses not to. Flying past multiple players in.
Shadow Bomb.
Move, and here we go. Shots from the backside. Pressure being applied on Tfue, and he's going to have to box up for just a second. There it is. Shadow Bomb and door edit. Making a move on the outside. He is in the shadow form still, and you can keep this by jumping against the wall.
That was not a good Shadow Bomb, I can tell you right now.
Gotta be disappointed there.
Oh, è morto Tfue.
5 HP. Tfue, the edit from the outside, and he is.
Tfue è morto, Matte.
It is again King, the player with 7 eliminations in game number 1.
Che ne dici, chi vincerà?
In game 2, the heavy sniper that immediately.
Vedi, Matteo, prima stavo giocando Tfue.
Incredible loot, almost max builds as well. Tfue, a very quiet start to today's World Cup competition.
Here's that elimination on Tfue, a shot from above. A little bit of shield damage, but a big hit from the outside. Using a heavy snipe to take that wall almost instantly. Very intelligent play there. Again,
wow.
More aggressive players we've seen thus far.
Yep, and it's working out up to this point.
Oh my gosh, this is back down at Happy Hammer, right on the edge. So many players on the east side of the safe zone, and this is a far southwest. Remember, about a third of it is in the water right now. Nobody's on the island, the outside. We're going to see where this goes next.
Forse ho capito, Matteo, come si fa. Con le stesse persone bisogna fare 6 match, 6 partite diverse. Poi alla fine si vedrà chi è il vincitore. Poi si fa la partita con chi vince in queste partite. Suppongo che così. Suppongo, non sono sicuro. Tu dici? Ma Mongra sta giocando, io non lo vedo proprio.
have to think at this point with both placement and eliminations before too long here. King maybe taking an opportunity to push into the first place position on the leaderboards, especially with Bugha going down so early in this game, 90th place.
I love this outfit from Rux right now.
He's a dinosaur.
No, I'm talking about his real life outfit.
He's a dinosaur.
He's set up.
Può darselo, sai che è morto.
And then he's got a dinner date at 7:30, so good for him.
Listen, class is everything, Jack.
I mean, the guy looks great. I'm gonna give
Forse
him
non l'hanno fatto proprio vedere.
2 extra points. A Fortnite World Cup champion right there, Rux. But
only a 6 damage tag on the side there. Doesn't have to panic too much. That I would panic a little.
Nah.
No, when you have no movement. When you have no movement in that part of the zone, it's literally exactly what I just spoke about. King on your screen, but also something we haven't spoken a lot about, Reverse 2K. Duo with Ninja, unable to qualify together for this competition, but did make it into solos, and now seeing what he can do by himself, was on the far side of this zone, so also not a fun spot by any means.
King è bello forte, eh? Mamma mia.
574, meaning, like I said, that aggressive gameplay. Still in it, still trying to win, still trying to get the beat on a quick beam on aspect up the ramp, caught off guard by an edit play. A shot.
Oh!
Gets the follow through with the edit. Nate goes down. He is playing out of his mind right now.
King reminds me of like Vinny and Zextro back from the earlier duo competitions when they would just try to fight anyone they saw. King, 7 eliminations in game 1, now 4 eliminations in game number 2, and there's still 42 players remaining. And there is only one person in the next zone that just popped up.
L'ho lasciato.
It is as far west
Ma neanche.
and look at those
L'avevo bruciato.
moving on over as everyone
Bruciato vivo.
real estate is available. This is one of the most insane zones I've seen. Look at, no one's in it. No one's in it.
Quick couple notes about King, one of our players from Argentina. He is the minimum age required in order to play in the Fortnite World Cup. 13-year-old survivor.
Wait, King is 13?
He is indeed.
My goodness.
Jack is 11 million times better than both of us combined.
Yeah. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous to think about. Cosmic on the height. Vivid still alive in this game. Artbrook still alive in this game. Draken's still alive in this game. What does King use here? It looks like will again place the launch pad, and what you saw right there, a ramp placed backwards to bounce off of it so he doesn't go all the way up and basically a sitting duck up in the air. Kind of flows quite quickly towards the opposing player. King, imagine winning $3 million as a 13-year-old. I mean, I think I would have bought like a Razor scooter when I was that age.
Probably.
And enough ice cream to, well, I don't really know where I was going with that one, but to be honest, there's going to be a lot of ice cream.
Surprised that food's the topic here. The push through the air. King getting aggressive into the next safe zone. Here we go. Going to have to hold a wall for just a moment. Little drop down. I like this repositioning. He doesn't want to remain on the same elevation. He's got multiple floors now in case he needs to take a drop there. Yarkos gets beamed from the side. Limited by Scalar. Arkram in the feed, pick it up, and Elam on Bella EU. Dubs, Bucky, multiple players still in this game on your screen. Clicks taking out Cease in the feed.
29 players left is the big thing to note. Four
away.
More from placement points, which if you make it to top 25, instantly 3 points earned. That is on the mind of every player still remaining, and the zone's still moving west now.
Shots through. Minigun, a quick swap there, picks the shotty back up. Interesting little play on the fly there from Zell. Trying to do just enough damage to the wall. Here we go. Shockwave. Going to look for optimal placement. Maybe a little bit of time to disrupt the Shockwave into a Shadow Bomb. 9,000 IQ.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Get all the way across the map and take as high on the mountain as possible. Very excellent play there. Positioning the King, the star of the show.
Sono 25 di loro. 24 ora.
We are in the top 25 for placement now, so those points go out. And that's got to push King even higher on the board.
Però dici chi muore. Non posso dire Matteo chi muore perché la grafica dell'Epic Games, guarda, la grafica dell'Epic Games doveva metterla a 720 1080p, cioè a me 360. Pensa un po'. È proprio, non è un problema di rete cosa, è proprio un problema dell'Epic Games di Fortnite che ha sbagliato a mettere la grafica, perché non leggo neanche io.
health. I mean, if he gets any further than this, it'll be an absolute miracle.
Oh!
Goes King, but I think one of the crowd
È morto King.
Fantastic performance at this point. Benji Fishy goes down as well.
A little bit of a crowd building up behind him. Dubs still in the baller at the bottom.
Top 15.
Star sitting on 2 eliminations in this. The entire field is at the bottom of your screen on the left with Road Shark remaining up top, forced into the drop. Let's get away. Looks like a shadow bomb is saved from any fall damage. Vivid beamed on the rotation upfield to the high ground.
Vivid's on height.
Still there too.
Vivid's on height.
It's an opportunity here. It can capitalize and take shots on all these players rotating. At this point, Vivid's best bet is to force players out of ballers into fights. You don't want to let them remain inside and safe. If you pop them out, it may be an exposed position. Other players will take shots.
Questo è segnalazione per Mongrel.
The baller's beginning to scale mountain. Vivid, I think, still has high ground.
Appena metto questo qua alla fine. Quando vince qualcuno, metto quella... Uno contro... No, 9 di loro. What up?
Ballers in play. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fortnite World Cup Solos competition. This is game 2 of 6 and 0. No!
Oh!
But he says no! This is
Oh!
and takes it right back. No maps!
No! No! Che brutta perdita. Non aveva più un mazzo.
7 players remaining. The end of game 2 right before your eyes, folks. 120 total HP. He can't spend any time out of the zone right now. Player going down inside the box. Can't quite get in. One right behind outside. Can't find him.
No.
Issa goes down, placed in 4th. A 1v1. Dubs.
1v1. Preparo le motte.
Looking to see if he can capitalize on this advantageous position.
Down low, it's Dubs versus Skype.
A little bit of a build-off between the two, layering defensively against each other, but Dubs,
no
build. The flint knock to save him on the drop might be the play, just outside ahead of the build. Maybe can catch himself.
Oh my gosh,
around inside the storm. This might be it. Shockwave into the flint knock.
Oh!
Doubling back, another one. A valiant effort. He's got to find a beat, but he won't be able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, game 2 goes to Skype. Skype has 20.
Anzi, metto questo qui.
Left. 8 HP. If he took 1 hit from the storm, he was dead, but he clutches on up. We heard in the interview earlier, he said, I'm going to play my game.
Ho messo questa qua, questa volta. Però...
Look at Skype's HP. Literally one storm tick would have been enough, but Dubs had no mats left.
Però...
Unfortunately, didn't wind up making it up that mountain. Skype just wins.
Skype.
And there you see the celebration. Game 2 goes to
Skype.
as Skype comes out on top.
Single
Windows Sky.
Points for Skype. That'd be great for the
Skype.
leaderboard. We'll have to see exactly where they end up. But a big, just
ogni volta che vince qualcuno, metto questa.
Absolutely incredible.
Poi alla fine chi vince proprio baciando la coppa.
Being held by Booga. 9 elims, 19 points from that first game. No showing in the second game, but it's still enough to keep him all the way at the top. But King slowly climbing his way up to the top, just behind now by only 1 point.
Folks, King can't drive.
King ha fatto 12 kill.
When you talk about lives being changed, it's what the Fortnite World Cup Finals is all about. And now our crazy 9-point lead is down to just 1 first through 10th within arm's reach.
Cosa meno 4?
Our top 20 absolutely there as well. This is still anybody's game.
Same, the spread between first and 20th still very, very close. Anybody can climb all the way to the top in an instant, as we've seen countless times in the 10 weeks of qualifying all the way to here. New York City for the Fortnite World Cup, and this is the final day. Jack, today we give away $15 million in prizing.
It is absolutely crazy.
It's insane.
The energy in here so far today. I'm sure everyone's having a blast watching. Games 1 and 2, fantastic. So much happened. even more than we can probably even take it, and that's why we've got great people like
Ah, ok.
Thank you so much, Courage. Yes, I'm here. We have a ton of awesome plays, a lot of action unfolding in that game. I'm going to help break it down. We're going to hop in with King, who got so many eliminations this game, no placement points. But if you recall, the beginning of this, nice tags here, gets the player white damage. He knows he has health. He knows he just has only health, no shield. He just continues forward and goes for the box fight. In the second zone, the zone is about to start coming in. He has no fear, the aggressiveness of the player, and the double edit makes him fall right back into his own box that he had a floor on already, gets the cone on top. That's Leleo, another player from South America, but he continues to take out big names, and here is Tfue. He tags him a little bit, but then pulls out the heavy sniper right as Tfue takes the box. And because of that, that came as a surprise to Tfue that he could bring out the heavy sniper.
King ha ucciso Tfue.
Right in that instance, usually he'd be expecting the pickaxe on the wall, but the heavy sniper, speed. Now King continuing to look forward, continue to look towards the zone where players come from. It's Aspect that he takes out. That's 3 eliminations, but he goes on forward and grabs another one with great awareness onto Nate. So unbelievable play from here. King is just racking up elims. Again, no placement points in this game, but he still pushed himself within distance of Bugha, who Bugha went down earlier there. He took out Clicks as well in the box. And this is,
Tu credevi che vinceva Tfue? È stato ucciso da King.
He's taken out Clicks. These are some of the best box fighters in the world. But now, King, he's saying, hey, I'm here at the Fortnite World Cup. I am one of the best box fighters in the world as well. So guys, that's King, the story so far. He's climbing the ranks, he's inching ever so closer to Bugha. Gentlemen, back to you.
Great stuff, Bala, and yeah, a fantastic breakdown of how King has made it up to our second place spot so far. We were only a third of the way through today's competition on the road to crowning a Fortnite World Champion. Thoughts after games 1 and 2?
I love to see the aggressive gameplay from King and others. Those kind of plays you don't often see in the Fortnite World Cup or really any competitive play. A lot of players are waiting for those opportunities to maybe get shots on players that are moving, that kind of thing. It's been great to see.
È vero. È vero. Tfue, ho visto un video, mamma mia, c'aveva una mira incredibile. Forse l'ansia non lo fa avere una buona mira.
All I know is, though, that's going to do it for us two for right now. We'll be back later today, but down on the floor we have Zeke with some more information on our players.
Thank you so much, Lupo, Courage. Man, what an insane first 2 games here on the first day, or the final day of Solos competition. Bugha with insane shockwave play to give him the high ground. And then here, Skype, his positioning on point, which gave him the win over Dubs. I mean, you guys, and of course, the Marshmallow performance. If you guys are here, how have you enjoyed the day so far? What do you think? Some of you are still sleeping. Guys, what do you think? This is it, the final day! There it is. You're awake. I appreciate that. Now, of course, guys, we've been getting through this Fortnite action all weekend long. But don't forget, we actually had creative happening earlier on Friday. Now, if you remember, there was a certain team captain with a great crew. They won, and they became the first ever Fortnite World Cup creative champions. And that was the Fish fam led by team leader Scissors. Now, we felt we probably should go ahead and check up on him, see how things are going for him. So let's go ahead and do that.
Ragazzi, non so che cosa cavolo è successo. Si è buggato veramente tutto. Aspetta! Non è che la possiamo andare a vedere in lobby. Ragazzi, perché ogni volta che fa sto fatto si può vedere il lobby. Si può vedere a schermo intero. Voglio vedere se si può fare. No. Non me la dà proprio. Ragazzi, mi sentite?
You were keeping up, you were staying alive, you were getting eliminations. How did you change your play style from last Pro-Am to this Pro-Am?
I think we learned a lot from the last one, just that you should focus on late game a little bit, and I just sort of let him lead the way and made it happen.
How did it feel to play with a potential World Cup duo winner?
It's amazing. I'm actually going to come tomorrow and sit in the stands and cheer for my man Airwalks, yeah.
Maybe make an Airwalks sign and wave it in the air?
Maybe a 98 bot sign. I'll hold it up.
Good luck on the event tomorrow. Congratulations on winning. Congratulations on winning.
No, ancora deve iniziare il terzo round.
Throughout Fortnite World Cup Pro-Am.
Man, Grimes and Airwax coming in clutch. Very happy for those two, but I'm actually happy for this guy right here. This is one half of your Duos World Champions. This is Nyrox. I need you guys to make some noise right here, right now. Show him that you love him.
No, domani non lo fa. Che cosa domani? Il torneo?
There you go. Now, Nyrox, let's chat a little bit, right? Because you played yesterday, like I talked about, in these duo competitions.
Che cosa domani? Il torneo?
Your partner Aqua is actually playing today in the solo competition. So what advice did you give him heading into this game?
No, oggi è l'ultimo giorno. Oggi si decreterà il vincitore assoluto di Fortnite, chi è il più forte e chi vincerà 3 milioni di dollari. Avrà.
It's pretty good advice. Now you're already a world champion. You've got the title. So how does it feel now that you've got this title? You're here. You get to experience this and watch the solo competition. You know, how are you feeling after all that?
I mean, it feels amazing winning the duo, even though I want to compete in solo as well. But hopefully this gives me confidence in solos.
Boh, non ne ho più pallida idea, suppongo verso le 9:30.
Okay. One final question for you. This morning, you know, obviously yesterday was a huge day. You had a night to kind of sleep on it, and then you woke up the next morning. Did it sink in? You know, how did you feel the next morning when you're like, man, I'm a world champion?
It feels surreal. It doesn't really feel like I've won anything because it was so big. It was almost too big to imagine. But yeah, it feels amazing.
Well, again, massive congrats to you. One half of our world champions. Again, give him some love, Fortnite fam. Thank you again, Nyrox. Appreciate your time. Now, there's actually another player we want to talk
No, io la
about.
domenica non ceno, però se finisce verso le 9:30 io stacco. Se non finisce verso le 9:30 io stacco perché se è troppo tardi. Però ovviamente domani pubblicherò il vincitore.
I've been preparing the finals by playing customs and playing every day with friends or mates. It was hard in the beginning because a little bit broken, so I just wait and then I qualified for the boss in the last 2 weeks. I definitely want to thank my team because they support me a lot when I was playing qualifier. In here we are more aggressive and NA is a little bit slower, so we try to play a little bit safe. I think maybe Zayt is really good and I want to take him down. I don't think playing in Stadium will affect my gameplay because I already did it. I love everyone and I'm just excited to play.
There you go. There you have it. I mean, Sky, this guy is amazing. I'm a big fan. Sky, you know this. I'm a huge fan. Now, guys,
non ne ho idea.
there's 100 here that I wish we could spend so much time talking to every single one individually. But let's actually dive in specifically to one, and that's Mr. Vivid. You know, Mr.
Se mo sono le 8:30 e boh.
Don't worry, he's going to bring some more heat. We actually had time to spend with him and his hometown, learn more about him. So let's watch this together.
New Jersey.
I live in South Jersey in a small town. Population of under 1,000. You see a couple of cars pass by your house. It's quiet, so it's nice. Here, I play Fortnite at the highest level. My name is Noah Wright, also known as Vivid. I am 21 years old. I've been playing competitive Fortnite for almost a year now.
Vivid, a familiar name for a lot of fans.
What makes me a successful player is probably all the hours that I put into it. The schedule gets kind of crazy, but I keep myself in good shape. I will do a workout routine, 20 minutes on the exercise bike, 15 minutes of stretching, and then back to playing Fortnite.
I know what's hitting you, bud. What's hitting you?
Just having fun.
Vivid popping off. Taking that victory royale. That was insane.
I live with my dad. We've always been really close. All he ever has to do is fish. He takes care of everything around the house. It makes everything really convenient in terms of playing games and just being able to focus on that.
Our schedules work pretty well. When I get done work, he's usually up gaming, so we do spend a little bit of time talking and going through the day's activities. Noah and I helped each other very much getting through the difficult time.
When I was 10, my mom passed away. She passed away to a cancer called small cell carcinoma. It definitely made me mature a lot. Made me realize like how much my mom actually did for me.
Noah's mom had a very big impact on his life. She set the ground rules, make sure the grades were all straight A's, and he could go into gaming.
I credit a lot of my success to her.
Well done there, but he's gonna catch him in the air. Vivid's gonna get the victory royale. What a game for Vivid.
Knowing that I'm successful at doing what I love to do, that would just make her really happy.
Ready?
Yeah. Fortnite's granted me with a decent amount of money. I can help my dad out now, so I got on the boat.
He presented it to me for being a great father, bringing him up since their mother passed away.
I actually haven't been on the boat yet, so this weekend I'm going to go on the boat for the first time.
Getting him on the boat and back on the water again, one of my ultimate dreams.
Looks nice.
What do you think Mom would say?
Non si sente più l'audio del video. Forget my sins. I just...
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to keep myself together right now. I know how you're feeling, Vivid. I am very close to my own mom, and she means the world. If you guys have a chance here to meet Vivid, he is genuinely one of the most hardworking, kindest people you will ever meet in your entire life. If you can say hello, take time to do it. I promise you will not be disappointed. And of course, Fortnite fam, we got to keep the games coming. Games are about to be underway. The players are back. They are ready to board the battle bus. So for now, we're going to send it back up to none other than Monster D-Face, Golden Boy, House DJ Mike Realm. Bring the heat.
Sì, sì.
All right, folks, we know you're excited to get into some more games, and good news, we got you covered. Welcome, everyone. Golden Boy alongside with Monster D-Face. Here's we're going to call games 3 and 4 of the Fortnite World Cup Solos competition. And, man, you couldn't have asked for 2 better games to start things off, Monster. Craziness through and through, top to bottom. Best players in the world, and they're showing up here on the world stage.
I mean, you guys saw the reaction. Booga, with the insane game 1, had us jumping out of our seats, quite literally. And, man, Sky, at the final moments, I thought we were going to see a victory comeback from Dubs with the Flint Knock shockwave to, you know, shake up the entire place.
Yeah.
But it was great.
Yeah, it was very, it was a nail biter. Let's just put it like that. But let's run over the format and how this whole thing's work. So, at top 25,
purtroppo. No, però ti posso dire una cosa, quello che io ho stoppato, cioè non c'è stato nulla di diverso. Cioè, quello che avete visto voi è durato proprio di quella cosa, quindi non lo so perché.
For staying alive all the way until the end. But if you get that victory royale, you get a total of 10 points. So +3 coming out of the top 5 there. And each elimination is going to count for 1 point. So look for these players to play for the placement. Some, like King, want to play for those eliminations. And then the prizing, it's all on the line for $3 million for the first place prize. 1.8 million for second, 1.2 million for third, and then 1 million as well, plus for fourth. That is crazy. That's a lot of money.
You know, yesterday the duos had to split it. Today, it all goes to you, right? It's just a solo competitor. So, and everyone here's a winner. We're here to celebrate every single player that has made it this far. If you stepped onto the stage, you are
spero, perché è durata proprio poco quella sua esibizione.
Grueling competition in both solos and duos, and for a lot of our competitors that had to prep not just for the competition today but also yesterday. Now we're already 2 games in. We had mentioned some of the players that had performed very well, right? You're Booga, who had a monumental game one, and then you also
Ninja.
have Skype, who was able to just outlive everyone else and stay alive. But it is Booga who still holds first place, but by 1 point, because Argentina's very own King is looking to contend that, and that is crazy. I mean, talking about aggression, this guy embodies it.
Yeah, you've seen him time in and time out. It's players like King that really make these tournaments interesting to watch. For the spectators at home, for everyone here in the audience, you gotta have your King show up and bring that action all the way through to the end. And it's not to discredit anyone who made it this far. These guys are still in the running.
Yeah, it's only 2 games in. Games 3 and 4 are going to be just as important. Players are going to have to step it up if they want to get
Sì, King è argentino.
here. There's just so much on the line. There you see Booga, who's getting ready, getting prepped up. Everyone is so hyped up here at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. And I don't even know what to expect, man. Game 3, like, what are we even going to get? We're seeing early aggression here from a lot of the South American players. Our players that we talked to from North America and Europe said that was what they wanted to avoid, was the South American aggression, the OCE aggression. But it's this time it's South America that's showing up, Monster.
And not to bring it up, but, you know, you saw exactly what happened when King walked into Tfue. He just saw him trying to shadow bomb peacefully to the zone. They were not safe, by the way. They still had to make it through to Happy Hamlin. But King said, you know what, I'm going to pause right here, and I'm going to take this fight. And that is how the Brazilian region does.
Yeah, that's how they do it, man. They just want to take the fight. They want to go right at your face. They don't care who you are. Listen, you can have millions of subscribers on YouTube. You can have all the Twitch Prime subs. You can have all the fame and the fortune. But at the end of the day, everyone that's in that game, they're all equal. There is no upper hand depending on how popular you are, and you shouldn't be treated that way either. You should just go at them with everything you got, because that's what it's going to take to walk out of New York City with $3 million in your pocket, which, by the way, you'd have to have a very big pocket for that.
Take a look there. Benji Fishy has been showing up.
I told him to play to the crowd. I said, play to
Sì,
the crowd.
sono tutti da...
See him smiling. You know, we were there in the warm-up games. He was a little timid, but Benji, loosen up, buddy. There goes Mr. Savage. And the rest of our competitors, Creo,
Kinstar,
Vivid, of course. This is a big moment for everyone here. Game 3 is close.
And it must be cool as well to see you guys. Give him a round of applause. He waved to everybody. He waved to everybody. You know, that's not bad. All right, so here we go, folks. It's now time to jump into game number 3 here for the Fortnite World Cup Solos competition. The countdown has begun.
Però boh, cioè, tipo io che ero da PlayStation, se mi qualificavo non potevo andare, dovevo andare per forza da PlayStation. Boh, vabbè, è iniziato il terzo round.
Oh man, I'm excited, Monster.
And so far, Aqua has been the only player to prove that he can win on a stage of this magnitude. But just to give you guys a little context on the bus here, this is a bus coming from the south to the north side. So all of your competitors are going to get, yes, a fair split at the map here. And that's exactly what you like to see. You want everyone to have a fair shot at the map. So let's go and see Skype is looking to land here. We saw Skype win that last game.
Ecco Sky.
Just outside of Pleasant Park. He's probably playing for some ballers here in our top 10 over on the left-hand side here, Golden Boy. Booga, King, Commandment, Psalm, one of our competitive veterans doing so great right here. Even with that one win, though, Sky is still in 6th place.
Yeah, it's wild to think about that. That's what it took for him to be able to...
Ragazzi, io vi avviso. Io faccio questo round, poi stacco perché sennò è troppo tardi. Sto da troppo tempo vicino alla play. Comunque pubblicherò domani, direttamente domani pubblicherò il vincitore.
Wow, that's huge. That's going to be a real big setback. We've seen players like Zayt and Zap really fall behind yesterday off of one game not going their way.
That is rough, man. That is certainly not going to be pretty for him. But hey, you have 3 more games remaining. You just got to shake that one off. Moving on, though, we're checking out the action at hand here. You're going to have Tuzo pushed right in. He's going to make him pay. That's going to be an elimination.
Bella Sagil.
Well done. Number 1 on the board.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't trust myself with that Magnum, but he gets right up on him and hits him in the chest. Here now with Crew.
That was the shot. Oh, Crew, no chill. Right on the sky platform, too.
That was how King was taken out. Couldn't even land safely. Got pinched right out the sky. That's rough.
Because there's nothing you can do. You're in a glider state. You're just floating down. You're hoping that no one's looking right at you. Players at this point, they're going to go for those shots, those open opportunities. Then you got Tuzi, who had just picked up an elimination earlier on. The circle is going to be over in the ice biome, so by the Polar Peak, Frosty Flights area, and as well. So
Tifu! Ecco Tifu.
About moving on over to the safe zone. Now we're going to be looking at a crowd favorite here. We got Tifu.
Yeah, Tifu
had the best run so far.
He's been playing the blocks. He's been getting out of the block successfully. It's actually Clipnode who's been landing here from the Brazilian region.
Tifu.
Again, for landing on a weapon and pushing straight into whoever's at the block. But Tifu has successfully defended himself. Even in the warm-up games, T was winning all of the early gaming games.
Il suo posto preferito, come me Tifu.
Shout out to Clip. He actually changed his strategy.
Clip went for a shot there.
Yeah, but Clipnode stopped pushing though. He's not using the same strategy. He's actually adopted so far. Let's see what Tifu can do in these moments. He's chucking some perfect grenades across.
Yeah, in game one, Clipnode ended up getting everything that he needed and then disengaged out of the block, whereas Tifu took a little bit more time to loot up, get as much as he possibly can. Clipnode from the Brazilian region here, who it's a possibility that he can take him out, but it's going to be very challenging.
Maybe it was just the difference in loadout. Maybe before he didn't have exactly what he needed. Now we can kind of peek into his loadout here. This is a very strong loadout. He's got everything he needs to stick around and take this battle. And that's why you see him playing with such confidence now. And this could just be his game.
And it was also admirable of him as well. You know, qualified week 9, last chance to do so. Argentinian player as well. And you got Takamura now. Sees a player right in front of him. Happy Hamlet is where this fight's going to be taking place. As Clarity G, he made it to the end game in game 2. Had high ground there for a moment. Thought he could have pulled that one off. Mr. Savage has eyes on Clarity G, does put the pressure on him. Now Clarity's going to have to deal with a player that's behind and in front of him. So just shadow bombs on out of there. He's going to have another one to use as well in case he needs to pop it, but it doesn't seem like anyone's going to be paying any attention to him for right now.
There's over 6 players landing at Happy Hamlet, but we're jumping right into this battle right here. Unknown Army, who has had the time to prove to the world that he is here to bring the heat. Early on in our competitive days, Unknown Army was known. Take over, Golden.
This is it, man. Unknown Army, one of our first controller players. Actually, he was our first controller player to qualify for the Fortnite World Cup. Perhaps this is going to be the opportunity that he was looking for, Monster. Put himself on this stage. Get a big opportunity. Things have slowed down here for a moment. He's looking to overtake that roof. If he can get it, if he can get possession of that, head it on out. That's Commandment. Commandment's going to be sitting at the top 5 if I'm correct currently. A good fight here between 2 quality players.
Not a battle he wants to lose. There's lots to prove here. Unknown Army, one of the few controller players in it. We saw Wolfies have a big day yesterday. That wall's his. He's got the aggro. The last one is not, though.
He's charging right in, and Commandment's going to have to get out of there. Didn't want to deal with that player. He knew the Unknown Army just had that beat on him. Wisely enough, and look at the health there. That's why Commandment does not want to go for that fight. He's going to be in dire straits right now, as Unknown Army does have the life lead.
He's just taking all of these platforms, too. He's gaining control slowly but surely. Nice little peek right there. He goes for the staircase first. So clean.
Doing this all with a controller. You know, we have millions of players that play on controller at home, and he goes in, does apply white damage. One more, that's going to do it. Commandment was in 3rd place, and Unknown Army now made him put in the place that he wanted him to. Dominant.
And a little taunt to throw some salt on the wound right there. Now hopping to the other side of the map, we have Blaster. He's looking for a vehicle. He does have a baller. His main priority right now is metal and more loot.
Let's take a look here. We got Martine. He's got eyes on a target. Also using his Sky Stalker skin. One of my personal favorites. Charges forward with that drum gun. Close range, but no! It was Low Boom who gives him the hands there. Fun fact, Christian, our boy from Fortnite VR Live, told me look out for Low Boom. Someone to definitely take eyes on. They did eliminate one another, though. So boom, not in this one. Maybe you can find some better luck in games 4, 5, and 6.
Non lo so se seguo dai ma non credo perché poi chiudo. Cioè chiudo la live, poi oddio. Chiudo la live, poi dopo aver fatto questo che faccio, riavvio Fortnite da avere così il premio e poi basta, finisco. Oddio. Cavacca, porca miseria, porco due. Due.
He's gonna break into the building now, get that high ground over his opponent. Astonis is just waiting, not making a sound here, seeing if he can bait Leshy into a trap play. Let's see. He's gonna fall for it. Will he make a mistake? And that's really what it is, right, Golden?
Yeah, it is.
Sono 81 persone. Oh, morite, dai, per piacere. Quindi non continuo a seguire i mondiali. No. Voglio avere la sorpresa domani, però non lo so, forse ritornerò più tardi a vedere, però non lo so.
That's what I know. No reason for me to try and go above and beyond anything else, right? Sometimes the moment can take you away.
You can see both points of POVs right here, both points of views.
Yeah.
They're looking to take any walls that they can just to gain control, have a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, this is basically like the Fortnite equivalent of an arm wrestling match right now. Maybe for some of our parents who are joining us here for the first time, haven't watched Fortnite before, they're really just struggling to try and get positioning over the other player. That is the struggle that they're wrestling with here. See, use wrestling to get it worked out well. That's it.
All right, Lesh this time has decided to commit. He is now down face to face. There's nowhere. Astonis confronted. He goes into it.
Oh!
That's a two-shot. And that's the little tactic right there.
Mamma mia!
In front of the wall, you have to recognize you are in big danger because there's a nifty little trick to get you in that box.
Another one of my favorite players here. You got Legendian. He's going to be in a fight right now. On the side, loses the high ground. Oh, man. That is rough. Legendian not having the best games at this point in time.
Pizza's placed 8th on average when he qualified in the online opens. On average, across every game he loaded into. That's very high for placement. And now he's picking up elims. Unfortunately, like we said here, Legendian just not really connecting the dots today, but it's not over yet. We're only halfway through this competition here.
There's Lechi who has to get out of there. Whew, that could have been very dangerous, but gets an elimination on Kinstar. A massive elim here for Leshi, who's sitting right now at 2 elims currently in this battle at Neo Tilted.
Representing for all the controller players across the world, Leshi, very dangerous. It's going to be a huge upset right there.
And you just get close range with a player like Leshi, and they'll punish you, right? When you have the controller, you have that little bit of the ability to just L-trigger.
Dai, vai, 76 persone.
Some people are going to be like, oh, L-trigger, low, whatever. But the reality is, right, you got the full use of your arm. They have the use of your thumbs. But when you push in for there, you just don't want to box with them inside of that. It's very rough to deal with.
Maybe Ruck said it best, you know, just the age difference. Leshy's 15, you know, could just be a little faster than Kinstar here.
Yeah, I know. When I was 15, I was nowhere near as good as he was with a controller. So, and I competed for a very long time. Got through. Was just in this fight here for the moment. Does get ownership of the wall because that player does disengage above him, and he hears that movement all around. You also get an eye on the bottom right of your screen. You can see the mini map where players are going to be located. The player we're typically on is going to be that white triangle, but that blue triangle, that other player goes right in for the fight, is going to knock down the shield just a little bit there. He's going to have minis to be able to top himself back up.
This is very intense here.
Yeah. Yep. Shockwave. Yeah, you don't want to go for that fight. Shockwaves are so important. Players saving them for that late game. And in some cases, they'll just use it, disengage.
Però sono delle due webcam.
There's no reason for you to do so. A lot of players playing cautiously, as they should, with what's on the line. Here, Crew. Oh, he marches forward. That's number 2 for Crew.
You can see the excitement there. Nice little smirking grin on his face. He throws a peace sign to the crowd when he takes that player Lucky right out. This Happy Hamlet area is so dangerous.
Cosa cavolo sta succedendo qua?
Like Mr. Savage. Now we see Left Eye and Kurtz. Left Eye was responsible again for a big upset in the last game, taking out the likes of some huge names towards the end game. But Kurtz here with a heavy sniper. Can he open up a base here and follow up with that infantry rifle? He's coming up, getting his little peek on right here.
I think Ninja yesterday had talked about the infantry rifle, how good that weapon is, and it truly, I mean, the accuracy that you get out of it is absurd. It's something that if you pick it up and you know how to use it, you'll be deadly out there in the field. But she has done a lot of times Ninja, which is why he likes that weapon so much, and I want to understand why a lot of our players will go for that as well. When you have the option to, why not? If you got that comfortability with it. Then you got Left Eye. 2 eliminations currently. Has 2 shockwave nades.
And you know, you got to give some respect to Left Eye, who completely left his previous job 6 months ago to fully focus in on competitive Fortnite. And he found himself at the Fortnite World Cup stage. I don't think it gets any better than that. That is a dream story here.
Yeah, in competitive gaming, you take those risks if you want it so badly. If you want it more than you have to breathe, you just go for that moment. You never know what's going to happen.
Tifu.
This could very well be
Come dicono
in this arena next year, playing on that stage. Courage has said that they had the budget, so I'm just going along with what he said. You know?
All right, but here we have
Tifu.
Playing his classic high ground center map, more or less. He does have a lead for the next zone.
Yep, movement options for him, which in the last game he had the shadow bombs. Didn't really pan out for him because King, very thirsty, went for just all the water he could possibly get out of that one. And I say he certainly was quenched in his thirst. But then Tifu now, this is line, and then you just become a magnet, and that is unfortunate.
Morto un'altra volta di più.
Clarity G, who picks up Tifu, unfortunately right there with one wall open from behind him.
That's
not
so
placed
difficult.
down, unfortunately.
That's so difficult. There are times you fly into the sky and then the entire server just looks right at you.
It's all about timing in Fortnite here, but that's the risk you take. So now looking at Link here. Link putting some pressure up above. Remember, Storm Surge is in effect in these games, so you have to be hyperactive. You have to be proactive for seeking for damage. But when you commit to battle, you are more than likely going to have to finish that battle. Here we have Robabs. He's kind of looking up. He's holding that edit, though. He is ready to open it up. I think he's going to trade fire as soon as Link goes for the shot. Now they're both playing that little mind game right here. Who's going to go first now?
New circle, now active.
This is what we like to call a shambles loadout, as Link doesn't have much loot.
No, doesn't have much loot, doesn't have much HP either. He's going to have to try again in the next game. It's Robabs who does manage to get the better. Oh man, this is intense. Now we're at 62 players remaining. Some players taking fights, others really just focusing on staying alive. Staying in this one to the placement points.
That's right. And now we have Leshy back with Leshy. We saw him in Neo Tilted, taking out the likes of Keemstar, Astonish in these 1v1 battles. Clearly not afraid to jump in your box. And oh man, with a loadout like this, 6 shockwaves, 3 launch pads, all the ammunition in the world, and zone favor right now. He is looking very good in game 3 right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of builds. He's got tons of stuff to work with. No reason why Leshy can't make it to that end game. This is going to be interesting. Controller player. Let's not forget yesterday, Wolfie's controller player made in 2nd place during the Fortnite World Cup Duos competition, along with his teammate Rojo. Here's Leshy though, applying the pressure. With that shockwave nade, he gets right on top of a nice spot, nice position, kind of planning himself. Understanding a player's going to be around there, but now all these players looking right at him as he just has to play defense. No choice. Gets tagged up a little bit, loses some of his shields. He'll be okay for the time being.
The amount of players you see on the stadium side that once he's showed his self to that angle right there, and everyone just collapsed on him. That is so scary. And it's still coming
Wow.
out. He's fending himself off.
Mamma mia.
Another player on
L'ha
the
serato
side
quello.
right there. There's Leshy. If he can figure out that that player is the same one that just tried to make a move on him, could spell disaster for Evil Mare.
Evil Mare doesn't have much to work with regarding health, right? He's sitting at just above half HP. Right above him is going to be Clash. Got pieces as well. Down low on the flooring. There's Clash. Good loadout as far as weaponry is concerned. Also has that glider. The HP he has currently, I want to take advantage of Shadow Bomb or something like that rather than exposing yourself in the sky. But this is another play from earlier on. I believe actually, no, Storm Surge active currently, and we are in live. Apologies there.
So he's sitting on two ballers here. You see one here. He knows his opponent's gonna have to go for one, but I guess a little bit of scouting there is gonna realize someone's waiting, baiting all of the loot as well.
Also off screen, Leshy did take out Evil Mare. You mentioned that before, Monster. Ended up happening. And then Storm now, 65 HP. Where is this player that went in for the fight?
It's Wakey. Wakey's right nearby. Storm and Wakey are sitting now in the zone here. Biding time here. Wakey, 3 eliminations, tied up for the most elims in the game so far. You have Wakey, Leshy, and Aspect all at 3 eliminations so far.
Just under 50 players remaining in game number 3. Players have boxed up. They want to play this slow game. Wait for anyone to make a mistake. It's going to be hard, but for some players like Dubs, they're going to need it. Because thus far, it has not gone well for, I would say, one of the favorites here.
Dubs did go for the shot. Unfortunately, could not connect. It looks like Clarity's going to pick up Core Gaming there instead. Dubs, we saw in the previous game, do that baller all the way to the end game.
Yep.
Really playing slow and methodical here. You can't stand still. Dubs has definitely found himself a target nearby.
You see some, I think they're just looking at each other. They know exactly what's going on. Circle's going to be closing down now. We're going to find out where the next one is. And that's when players start to prioritize these rotations, the movement. Dubs does have a baller, which has been his strategy. He did it in game 2. He had the ball pretty much all the way until the end there. Got shot out of it. But it did bring him to a 2nd place finish. Another top 3 finish for him, top 5, top 3, maybe even a victory royale, right? But ideally that,
He tried to catch him right there. You saw that? He wanted to put him in the box for a second there and take it.
Trapped him right there. Player will have no idea what to do at that moment.
It's actually pretty interesting as well because Class is desperate right now for an Elam. He has to really feed off of a Siphon. He doesn't have any other way to heal. Even taking the same
Non sto parlando proprio in questa live, cioè mi sto concentrando a guardarla perché è bellissimo.
And then the Storm. Now the Storm starting to push. Look at Leshy still going for shots as players are moving about. I think I saw a player get right in his face. He did pop that Shadow Bomb. Now we're going to the game 1 winner, Bugha. He's got 420 damage in this match. Hasn't taken a single shot. 1 elimination for him right now. As now the action feed begins to fall. You see so many names getting eliminated one by one. Bizzle out of this one. That was from Leshy, who's having one heck of a game, taking out some big names.
It is really going down right here. You can just kind of breathe in this overhead view right here.
Man.
Bella EU doesn't even realize he has the high ground right now. Clarity G just nearby as well. Bugha at the upper layers in this end game, just trying to avoid that lower ground congestion.
Yeah.
All these players are just slammed in the middle right here. As Andretta gets the high ground. We haven't seen much of Andretta so far. But you got to be careful. Those shockwaves will really sting and take that placement from you.
Yeah, he has been laying low so far, but does manage to maintain the high ground. Lost it for a brief moment, but wisely enough went outside of the Storm to regain some of those builds. On the right side of your screen, you got Bugha and Leshy. Leshy, a great game that he's managed to put together with 5 eliminations. Bugha, your game 1 winner, maybe looking to get a 2nd win on the board. How massive will that be for your current 1st place player?
Leshy just picked up his 6th elimination now. He is really popping off right here.
That was on Hoodjay too, a big player there, and a big connection for him. Lots of builds to work with. Bugha does get another one. That's Kinzel.
Right through the trap he goes. Booga, one of the superior box fighters in the Fortnite competitive scene right now.
Lecce went up for the high ground. If you see it on the left side, he went high ground. He does get possession of it, but ends up getting hit there by Andretta and finally eliminated. But what a run Lecce had in this game. Finally comes to a conclusion when he went for high ground. Now it's Booga. Again, with 11 players remaining, we're about to get into the top 10 here, Monster.
Booga, last we saw, he
No.
does get taken out right there. Unfortunately, it's Peter Pan who takes him out with 6 eliminations. Peter Pan, the dark horse right now.
Questo è bellissimo, si chiama Peter Pan.
Too, but it's still a great game.
Morto.
Wakey, who we saw leading in eliminations at one point, is still popping off as well.
Skyte's in this one as well. Maybe he's going to get a back-to-back win. Riverson.
6 persone vive, 5 persone vive.
These players, he has 11 builds, so he has to be very conservative with this. Does pop that player in the baller, forcing them down. Going in for the engagement now. More explodes. 5 remaining left. Player lands in front of him, and he tags him up for a lot of shields there. And Riversand has to reset. Needs to be careful not to get hit by that storm. Someone's going to be above him.
Oh!
Elimination onto Skype. We're now sitting at a 1v1. 2 players left standing here. Who's it going to be down low? It's Dubs. It's Dubs down low. And Riversand has Dubs on his sight. Who's going to get the win here? Riversand navigating, tarping. He has 7 builds remaining. Dubs
1 contro 1, 1 contro 1.
Cover that he can possibly maintain. But Riversand, a few more explodes remaining. That
Ooh.
could punish Dubs.
Really trying to keep him down to the zone here, Golden Boy.
Oh man, this is it. He sends another one out, and they're just telling him you gotta run. He goes into it. He's still holding position.
Oh!
High ground, but he dives in front.
Oh!
On the world stage.
Dubs.
Absolutely incredible for Dubs Kidney. Finally hits all of his shots and nearly a back-to-back performance right there. That is the kind of comeback story you want to see here on the main stage.
Prove to the world that you're the greatest to ever do it. But you gotta give credit to Riversand. Second place finish for him there. Had the high ground, had the slows, but it was Dubs who managed to get the better of Riversand. And look at this unfold right here. Riversand has the rockets looking right at Dubs. And Dubs just needs to play defense. Riversand had 4 more builds to work with. And Dubs recognized he had the high ground. He just
Ok ragazzi, io qui concludo la live che è durato troppo. Tra quella che è crashata, tra questa. Cioè, quindi mi dispiace ma devo lasciare la live. Inoltre domani pubblicherò il video in cui domani pubblicherò il video di chi vincerà. Va bene? Allora ci vediamo e bye bye.